Hi guys. Okay, we're gonna do a twin flame check-in or higher level soulmates, past life soulmate, whatever you resonate with. Just trying to gather any other channeled thoughts I'm having, but I don't think so. It's pretty blank in there, so we're just gonna start. Okay, universe. Thank you. And what do we need to see regarding the counterpart in question? How is your counterpart doing? Very quiet. So maybe it's very quiet in your connection. I just peeked at the home card, which is giving me, oh, and I got anger at the bottom, which is maybe there's some conflict in the home or something like that. This could be your energy or their energy, so put what resonates where, because in mirrored soulmates it's kind of hard to tell you two apart sometimes. I just saw 117. Okay, here we go. How are they doing? So I saw Hermit. That's what I was going to say. Hermit card. And I just saw 125 as well. Wow. Okay. Okay. Your telepathic connection is still very, very, very strong. Okay. You guys in the 5D are doing just fine. Like, you guys are connected. You guys are just watching this all play out. Really, your souls are. In the 3D, however, in the physical realm, they are healing. We've got healing and grounding out. So doing some healing, some shadow work, balancing out their life. It's giving me that they're putting their inner peace. I just saw 222. They're putting their inner peace a top priority. Okay. And like I said, this could be your energy too. You guys are very mirrored. I just saw 234. Very quiet. Still focused on the money. Still focused on their finances. It's the sexual energy card, but it's giving me, just one sec, sorry about that. Okay, so where was I? This is the sexual energy card, but I'm getting sacral chakra off of it. So they're trying to manifest, right? Because the sacral is creation. They're trying to manifest money still. This is also giving me why we saw that anger card. Yeah, look, the masculine energy at the bottom. Sometimes this can represent ego, I can't speak, ego. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Ergo, I don't know. Where was I? This could be anger as well, or frustration. I'm getting off of this card. Could be sexual frustration, tension. There's releases that are taking place. Transformation, again, with the healing. The death card, it's release. A lot of releasing going on. Releasing stagnant energy within them. Any like emotions that they've been suppressing for years. That comes in the form of trauma. And then it comes out as grief. So they might be going through a lot of like emotional purging. There's that card, it's honoring your energy, but it's giving me when I said inner peace is a priority. I just heard releasing what doesn't serve. So So they're releasing what doesn't serve. Divine timing's on the bottom, slow but steady, right? No like rush here. Nobody should rush through their healing, or you make somebody feel rushed. Like, watch, your impatience will affect them, and vice versa. Okay, they can feel that energy. They can feel when you become impatient, they can feel that energy. So you really just have to surrender this. Anyway, sorry. Side note. Movement into balance. So yeah, I said that, didn't I? With the grounding is what I got off of that. They're balancing things out in their life. Here's that emotional purging, though, that's happening. This is their masculine energy and their feminine energy within, and they're uniting. They're slowly. They're balancing out. And it's like if you take like it made me think of like you take a cloth and it's all wet and you wring it out in the water. Like it's giving me that. Just like wringing out with all this release. I feel like it's a lot of emotions being released. Reunion of souls. I said that. With the sun and the moon, their inner energies. This is their inner energies. This is them reuniting with their higher self, so they can operate fully out of their higher self and not their ego. Okay, anything else? So this is good. They're healing. You know, they're on the right path. Like yeah. Got lots of sevens out here. You might be seeing 777 or 77 or just 7. Anything else? The deck is so quiet. Usually this deck is chatty. Oh, just as I say that. Okay. Again, it's giving me another message of inner peace. I just need another clarifying card for that. I mean, joy and the home. Like, this is... They want peace inside their home environment. It could be what it is. They're also very protected. I haven't seen it that way before, but this card with all the feathers, sometimes I see it as clearing, but I see this as protection. I don't know what that's about. Forgiveness is on here. New day, so this is a new cycle beginning for them. A new cycle where they're going to be focusing on, or the universe is going to want them to focus on forgiveness. And I'm seeing 115 out here. And then truth. This could be for you. Maybe somebody wants you to forgive them. This is a new beginning happening, a new cycle. And they're going to maybe, I don't know, maybe justice has been coming out a lot in my offline readings. Justice, which is truth, which is clarity. Interesting. I've got stripping illusions on the bottom here. The truth and stripping illusions. Maybe somebody wants to bring you some truth. Maybe they're worried you have a false narrative on what happened or them. Something like that. Let me get some tarot on this. I've already shuffled this. So 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. Very focused on 3D matters, like 10-10 on the timer. Releasing, though. Endings. The words family and legacy are on this card. 1, 2, 3 on the timer. What else do we need to know? The 8 of Wands, very fast-moving energy. That's been coming out a lot, too. That can also be communication. It can be travel. It can be a quick decision. Something sudden. Ace of Cups. Holy crap. 1:55 on the timer. That's change. That's a change. I'm getting two things here. Somebody wants to come in quickly with a love offer because they might think that you've moved on. 11:11 on the timer. Wow. Somebody, and I might, I'm sorry. Oh my God, my throat chakra just went on me. So somebody wants to come in with some communication maybe. There is some emotional, I mean, this is good because, you know, Page of Cups has been coming out a lot. And the Page of Cups is somebody who's not emotionally available. This isn't giving me that. However, either it's somebody's wanting to be more available emotionally to you, and they're going to bring you in some kind of new love cycle, or somebody's worried that you have a new love or you're going to get a new love and they want to come in quick to clear some stuff up. It's what it's giving me. I've also been seeing, I just noticed this is red and blue, and I've been seeing that combination. It's very twin flamey. The red and blue synchronicities, very twin flame. So I've been seeing that a lot lately. The red and blue synchronicities is you guys coming into alignment. There's a judgment here. Yeah, the universe called judgment. Somebody's had like an awakening. Somebody's had some epiphanies. See, it says reflection and return on this card. So they've been reflecting. Maybe they've been processing a lot of emotions, because I said in this, when we pulled from this deck, that's what the channel messages was they're releasing a lot of suppressed emotions. And I feel like that's what they've been doing, and that caused them to reflect a lot. And now they want to return, maybe. But it's going to be like this card says, where is it? This isn't full union. This isn't complete final union. If they do come back, it's just another reunion. And you have several reunions before like the final union. You do have several reunions. Before you're both ready to come together. Kind of lost in thought. Maybe they're lost in thought. They're watching you, Page of Swords. They're watching. I'm telling you, maybe they think that you are, I just got fear energy. A lot. I think they're worried that they're fearing that you've moved on, or they're worried that you're seeking new love, or you have new love, or you have options and you're entertaining the options, stuff like that. Okay, let's see what else. The moon, fears, confirmation, fears. Yeah. Yeah. Again, with illusions on here. This isn't this the moon represents illusions, and they're stripping these illusions. Or maybe they want to, like I said, come in with some clarity and clear up any illusions that you may have over this connection or how they feel, that kind of thing. Very slowly coming back. Knight of Pentacles has been coming up a lot. Very slow. That's why we saw that, where I think it was at the bottom of the deck, the Divine Timing card. I don't think I took it out. Yeah, where it says slow but steady. That's the slow but steady. And like I said, don't rush them, because if you feel impatient, they're going to feel that. Always keep that in mind. You guys are very connected, right? So they feel your energy and you feel them. You both channel each other's chakra systems and feelings. And it says practical on here. Remember I said there, did I say that? That somebody's very focused with practical matters? I thought I said that. But they're reliable. The Knight of Pentacles is a reliable energy. Okay? They're going to take their time, right? They're going to do things their way. Very Emperor energy, right? But they're committed. They're committed to this connection. And it may not seem like that. With the moon, there's a lot of illusions. They do. These types of connections come with a lot of illusions for you to break through. A lot of patterns for you to recognize. There's a lot of lessons that come. They're almost like karmic connections. There's so many lessons that come from these connections. There's so much you're teaching each other behind the scenes, mostly. I just saw 1717 on the timer. Wow. You're both on the right path. See how it's so mirrored? You're both on the right path. You're both aligning to meet and have that final union. You're just going along at your own pace because we're all on different timelines, right? So that's why you need to just give this grace, I heard, grace. And be patient with the process and trust and have faith. Okay, I'm going to get some, what would they say to you? And we'll get some clarifiers in this deck as well. Well, this is like 3 decks combined. It's my behemoth that I've created. Okay. Let's see what else we can get. Confirmations or messages from them. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, so they might be needing some sleep, not sleeping very well. I just saw 1818. That's 9-9. Cycles ending, new cycles beginning. I said I felt that fear, and then the moon card came out, and I am afraid to contact you. I think they fear that you've moved on, and they're fearing rejection. They're fearing rejection. Okay. They need to dive a little deeper into the twin flame connection. Because then you would know that once you're awakened in this connection, you become you're not interested in new love or like dating. Like you become a hermit. You become a hermit and until a high priestess, until this union comes together. Like how can you be interested in other connections when somebody has your heart and soul? Like I don't know. Anyway, this journey's crazy, but like it teaches you so much. And the biggest lesson I find is it teaches you how to not be afraid to be alone, because you're never alone, right? The spirits are always around you. The energy's always around you. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, source, like you, higher powers. Anyway, okay, let's continue. Tangent. Oh my God. I'm starting to understand our connection. See, I said they need to understand that they're worried that you're going to leave them for someone else, but it's freaking impossible. It's impossible. I mean, it's not true. I shouldn't say it's impossible. There's always, you know, I know that, what do they have? Kingdom spouses? Is that what it's called? Where it's not your twin flame, because your twin flame is either just not going to wake up in this lifetime, but it's so hard. That's what I don't understand. It's like how people can have, when you know this person's your twin flame and you've released it, like you've surrendered it, you've had to, but you don't give up on it. And because you can't, like, you just can't, like, your heart is just so involved. And I don't know, if I was with someone else, but I knew who my twin flame was, that would be so awkward. I would find, like, I would just be like, why am I in this connection? Just to be with somebody? You know, you're filling a hole. Like, what? No, I don't mean to say it like that. I meant like filling a hole in your heart, like a gap in your heart. And it teaches you that you don't need that. You don't need to have somebody. You don't need somebody, right? You want this person. You don't need it. You need yourself. It's a quest back to finding out who you are. That's the true twin flame journey. The true twin flame journey is to unite the both, you know, your own divine masculine and divine feminine together, uniting within. And then once you've done that, you both have to do that work. Once you've done that on an individual level, then it comes together in the physical. But it's usually the one person who isn't operating out of their ego fully, and they're just like watching from above kind of thing, you know, and watching, like we're doing right now. We're looking at this counterpart and seeing how they're doing. Not to say that there isn't things in your life that you still need to release or heal, but there's always that one counterpart that's just, I don't know, more ready than the other, I guess I could say, because they're operating out of their higher self, and the other one's operating still out of their ego. It's about vibrations. You both have to be operating out of a higher vibration, or it doesn't work. It does not, oh my God, I forgot the word. Starts with an R. Reciprocate. It isn't reciprocated if you're both not operating out of a higher frequency. Okay, I'm just gonna take, that's a lot. I hate when they do this because I know they want me to take all those. Fine, we'll stop it there. Somebody's in denial. It could be you, could be them, could be both of you. It comes and goes, this phase of denial, like, is this my person? Is this not my person? And it's just a lot of surrendering that crap. Okay, I can't do this. What can't they do? You don't know how hard it was to let you go. Maybe they can't do this. Maybe they feel like they can't do this alone. Just one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Wow, okay, so you don't know how hard it was to let you go. And then the next card is, we need to let each other go. So it's almost giving me, you know, it's a divine intervention for the separation to begin. Again, sometimes some of you have had a few reunions. You've done this dance before. But you need to let each other go. Sometimes that card can be triggering, it doesn't mean that you're giving up on this. It just means you're surrendering it to the universe, to the timing. Okay? Maybe they can't do it anymore. I mean, I can't do this. Like, maybe they don't want to let you go. I don't know. I knew exactly what I was doing. Okay, when they let you go, they had a plan in motion or something, or like, I don't know. They just felt confident that they were doing the right thing because the universe was intervening, right? Making them think like, you have to let this go because you have work to do. They have work to do, stuff like that. Protected. See, this connection is divinely protected. Okay, that's why you release it. Look at this next card. I knew they wanted me to take all these. Patience. Yep. See, this connection is protected. It's going to happen when it happens, when the divine decides it's time. That's why you need to be patient and release and keep surrendering this connection. I can't even tell you how many times a day that when I start, because I have to, your emotions get very mixed up in these connections. Even especially through separation. I can't even speak. Anyway, I'm sorry. Where was I going with this? Shoot. Where was I going with this? Hold on a sec. Damn it, I wish I could go back and remember what I was just saying. Oh, it was good. I was channeling something and then I forgot. My kid's playing with some blocks and it's thrown me off. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna pause it because I don't want you guys to wait with me while I remember what the heck I was gonna say. I can't remember, sorry. Okay, but anyway, patience and protected. This connection is highly protected. Okay, it's going to happen when it happens in divine timing. So you just have to, that's what I was going to say. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. Okay, so the best way to help surrender this connection, surrender this person, so you're just not constantly like there's a lot of emotions here. So with the moon, you can get very, bless you. You can get very carried away in the overthinking, in the over emotional department. Like it gets the best of you. So it's best to keep surrendering. And I was going to say, I have to ask, I can't tell you how many times that I have to ask Archangel Michael to help detach, let go, and release this connection. Okay, because it can be when it draws you in, so that's all you focus on, right? Especially in the beginning, it draws you in, and it's all you focus on, and you can't stop. Like it's just over and over and over again, and you get upset and you cry, and so you have to ask Archangel Michael to help you detach and give you strength. And then I ask Archangel Raphael, and I'm wearing green, Archangel Raphael to help heal my heart chakra from any heartbreak that this connection has caused or is causing. Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to say. Remember to ask the archangels for help. Always, especially with detachment. And when you can feel your heart chakra symptoms, because it could be theirs, right? Remember I said you feel their energy, you share chakra systems. I don't think you share them. I think you have your each individual one. However, you feel theirs the most. Like you can, out of every other person, you can really, look. Oh my gosh, this card was flipped. It kind of flipped out of my hand so I could see the next card, and it's intuition. See? 5D. You can feel because your intuition is spot on. You can feel, and it's very powerful. And especially between you two, your telepathy is very powerful. You can feel this person when they're sad. You can feel, like you get little glimpses. You don't feel it completely because the universe doesn't want you to feel their dark nights of the souls, but you can feel their pain. You can feel when they're happy, right? Anyway, they miss seeing you. Okay, so they miss you. They're missing you. We already talked about that. The intuition is very strong between you two. Your telepathy is very strong. You're probably, you know, seeing signs about them, either seeing their name everywhere, like little things like that to keep you. It helps as confirmation as well for any confusion you may have. Remember when we saw that denial card? It was at the bottom of the deck. Any denials you have, it'll help with those. It's just little, like, you know, confirmations for you. Music, a lot of, you know, their higher self will send you messages, and your higher self will send them messages through music. Obstacles. Yeah. So obstacles, third parties, okay? Things, karmic cycles that need to be released. Obstacles can also be healing, which for them it is. And it could be, you guys are so mirrored, right? Their healing journey, their healing, okay? Because it says unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement for them. Okay, but you could have something as well that's an obstacle as well. They don't make these easy. You know, they don't make it easy for you guys to come into union. They really don't. That's what makes it so powerful. During the separation, you guys, the love doesn't fade. It actually gets stronger. As you surrender, it gets stronger. It's such a weird opposite effect from this crazy realm that it's a mirrored realm. Everything's freaking opposite here. Everything's an opposite. It feels, you know, everything but this connection. So of course they're gonna make it really tough. It's like a labyrinth. You have to get through the labyrinth to get to each other. I just saw 3222. I think that's about it for now. I mean, there's not much else. You know, are they gonna, I hate asking that. Yes, there's 2 cards of communication out here, but they're really just watching and observing right now. There's too much fear, and they have to do healing before they can come back. If they come back, like I said, it's a reunion. It's not full-on union. They're not ready. You're not ready. There's still obstacles. You guys still have obstacles. 333 on the timer. Yeah, which the Ascended Masters are going to help with as well. Okay? If you know what your obstacles are, which you should by now, absolutely should. They're just figuring it out, I think. With this, I'm starting to understand the connection. But that's what you both need to be working on, are removing these obstacles. And not just for this union, but also for why that came out, for your own personal healing journey. Okay, I think that's it. Remember, Knight of Pentacles are slowly coming towards you, okay? But they are reliable. And just keep focusing on your own soul's path, okay? I hope this helps. Take what resonates. Love you guys. Bye.